Welcome to the UWIRE Campus Pulse. I'm Adam Azer with our Valentine's Day special edition. Maybe you're sitting at home and you have no idea what to get your guy or girl on Thursday. Well, we are here to help. Today we're talking to Paige Usyk, a sex columnist for the Independent Florida Alligator at the University of Florida. Paige, from my past experiences, I've noticed that women get slightly more excited for Valentine's Day than men do. How do you see it, and what's the difference in your opinion?
I definitely think that that is the case. Women tend to expect candy, flowers, at least a card, something. And I think that it does put a lot of pressure on men to give them something. Most of the men that I talked to actually hated the holiday because of that, because they felt they had to get some kind of present, which definitely put a strain on their wallet. And let's face it, most college kids are notoriously broke, and they were worried about being in the doghouse, which essentially meant that women would withhold sex from them. So I think that women do expect a lot, but I think that they just want something symbolic to show, for men to show that they care.
Well, you got to stay out of the doghouse. That's rule number one for the guys. You mentioned that you got to buy the cards, you got to buy the chocolates and the flowers. So in the end, is Valentine's Day really worth all the hype and the expense?
Well, I think that our lives are so hectic and chaotic, and we're so concerned with money or right now politics or schoolwork, something, that a lot of times we just forget to tell the people in our lives that matter that they matter. So in a sense, I think that Valentine's Day actually is a really great time where you're almost socially forced to examine your relationship and to give appreciation to the ones that you love. So I think that it's worth it. Unfortunately, I think our society often, says I love you best with our wallets than opposed to our words.
Paige, let's get some advice from you now. For the many single people out there, what tips can you provide for them?
Well, I think that times being single on Valentine's Day, which I have been many times, it's not a lot of fun. The holiday tends to cater couples just because they're the ones who will actually go out and buy the presents. But I think that, Valentine's Day doesn't have to be a day that you sit at home and hide and sulk. I think that, it's about celebrating those that you love, even if it is just your friends or your dog or anyone. So I think, go out, have a good time, be with your friends. Don't sulk at home.
I will definitely keep that in mind. I will try not to sulk. So most importantly, this is a holiday for couples. Any late night suggestions from the resident sex columnist?
Well, I think that, a lot of times the romance that you bring into the bedroom is a little bit cheesy, and if there's one day that it's kind of acceptable to, light candles or, use rose petals or something, that Valentine's Day definitely is that day. But at the same time, couples should just remember it kind of is just a day on the calendar. Just let the person know that they matter.
Paige Usyk, thanks very much for your time, and happy Valentine's Day.
Thanks. Happy Valentine's Day to you, too.
So we hope we've helped you out this week. There's no excuse now for being a bad Valentine. And that wraps up this week's UWIRE Campus Pulse.